The world has always been captivated by Princess Diana's life, a whirlwind of heartbreak, unparalleled elegance, and an authenticity that endeared her to millions. Known as the People's Princess, Diana's legacy was built not just on her fashion or royal duties but on her deep and genuine connection with the public. Through her compassion, grace, and heart, she became a symbol of hope, love, and resilience. But behind the dazzling image, behind the countless photographs and the tragic end to her life, there was a mother who adored her children above all else, a mother whose love, once shared with the world, now continues to resonate in the hearts of those who remember her. Since her tragic passing on August 31, 1997, the world has not stopped mourning Diana, and especially her children, who grew up without the guiding presence of their mother. For Prince William, who has since become the future monarch of the British royal family, the loss has been profound, the void in his life unfillable. Over the years, we've seen glimpses of Diana through the actions of her children, Prince William and Prince Harry, as they try to keep her memory alive. However, it is only now that a long-lost letter, once sealed away, has resurfaced to give us an intimate glimpse into Diana's heart, revealing what she wanted to share with her eldest son. This letter has the power to change everything we thought we knew about their relationship, about the depth of her maternal devotion, and about the legacy she left behind. In this episode, we take a deep dive into the surprising content of this emotional letter and explore the secrets it reveals about Princess Diana and her connection with Prince William. Get ready for a journey into the private, often hidden world of one of the most adored women in modern history. Princess Diana's enduring legacy. Princess Diana's impact on the world was undeniable, and even 2 decades after her passing, she remains a constant figure in the media, the royal family, and in the hearts of millions. Time has not erased the longing felt by her sons, particularly Prince William, who has always held his mother in high esteem, both as his parent and as the woman who revolutionized public perceptions of the monarchy. As he moves toward his future as the King of England, his mother's influence is clearly evident in the way he carries out his royal duties. But perhaps most importantly, Prince William has made it his mission to preserve his mother's memory not through grand gestures, but through thoughtful, personal tributes, one of the most profound of which is the creation of a statue in her honor. Unlike Meghan Markle, who has been known to use her platform for self-promotion and to further her own brand, Princess Catherine, in a more reserved manner, has supported her husband's efforts to keep Princess Diana's legacy alive. Together, the couple has worked quietly behind the scenes to ensure that Diana is remembered not just as a public figure, but as a mother, a friend, and an inspiration. Their decision to commission a statue of Diana was not made lightly. It was a heartfelt tribute to the woman who had shaped William's life in ways both public and private. The journey of unveiling Diana's legacy began almost unnoticed, without the usual fanfare. It started in the catalogue of a London auction house back in July 2004, where one simple entry would change everything. The auction did not carry a grand announcement or dramatic headlines. It was a simple note among many, listing a collection of handwritten letters from Princess Diana. Yet, these were no ordinary letters, they were deeply personal, offering an unfiltered view of Diana's life behind the public persona, shedding light on the woman she was beyond the paparazzi's lens. These letters were not meant for the world to see. They were written to a trusted confidant, Violet Collison, who had worked as Diana's housekeeper for years. Violet had been more than just a servant, she was a loyal companion who had been with Diana through some of the most tumultuous and defining moments of her life. Over the years, Violet had witnessed Diana's transformation from a shy, young woman into the most photographed figure on the planet. And through these letters, we are granted a rare glimpse into the mind of Princess Diana, a woman who struggled with the weight of her royal duties, the demands of motherhood, and the pressures of a life lived in the spotlight. The unfiltered truth in Diana's letters. What made these letters so extraordinary was not just the subject matter but the rawness and emotion that Diana poured into them. Unlike official palace statements, which were carefully crafted and reviewed, these letters were spontaneous, heartfelt, and full of emotion. They reflected the real Diana, the woman who had to navigate a world of royal expectations, public scrutiny, and her own personal heartaches. These letters were the opposite of the polished, controlled image that the palace preferred to present. They were real, sincere, and occasionally, painfully honest. As the years went by, the tone of Diana's letters shifted. What began as youthful excitement in her early correspondence slowly evolved into something more serious, filled with deeper concerns, frustrations, and a growing awareness of the challenges her children would face. Diana's devotion to Prince William and Prince Harry was unshakable, and it is in these letters that we see the full extent of her love for them, as well as her fears for their future. These handwritten messages reveal a mother who was constantly worried about the pressure that would be placed on her children, especially William, who was destined to become king. One of the most heart-wrenching letters comes from June 21, 1989, written on Kensington Palace stationery. It was addressed to Sergeant George Plum, a member of the Special Clothes Protection Group, thanking him for organizing a special motorcycle display for William's 7th birthday. The tone of the letter is warm and filled with gratitude. Diana writes, "It was a very nice gesture on the part of you and your team to come today for William's birthday. You can't imagine the joy you brought to all those children and their mothers." What makes this letter particularly moving is the inclusion of small, youthful signatures at the bottom of the page, signatures from both William and Harry. This small detail humanizes the letter, making it more than just an official royal correspondence. It was a mother's heartfelt thank you for a gesture that made her children happy. A mother's love and worry. The letters Diana wrote are a testament to her unyielding commitment to her children's happiness. They reflect a woman who, despite the grandeur of her public role, remained deeply concerned about the everyday lives of her sons. Diana's letters speak to the fear she had about raising her children in a world that could be as cold as it was glamorous. They reveal the emotional toll that her royal life took on her, the challenges she faced in finding balance between her royal obligations and her desire to be a loving, hands-on mother. The letters give us a glimpse into a life that was not always as glamorous as the world imagined it to be. One of the most significant revelations in these letters is Diana's deep-rooted concern for her children's future. As Prince William grew older, Diana worried not only about his role as a future monarch but about the kind of man he would become. She wanted him to be compassionate, kind, and empathetic, qualities that she believed were essential for any leader. Diana's greatest wish was that her children would grow up to lead lives that were true to themselves, not shaped by the expectations of the palace or the pressures of public opinion. Through these letters, we see a mother who was determined to protect her children from the heavy burdens of royalty, a woman who wanted them to have the kind of childhood filled with love, laughter, and joy, away from the public eye as much as possible. And perhaps most telling of all, these letters reveal the extent to which Diana believed her children's future was not just their inheritance by blood but their legacy of love, kindness, and integrity. Diana's lasting influence on Prince William. Despite the years that have passed, the letters reveal a mother's love that transcends even time and tragedy. Princess Diana's influence on her sons, particularly Prince William, remains undiminished. The statue of Diana, commissioned by William and Catherine, is just one example of the deep respect and affection he continues to have for his mother. It serves as a powerful reminder that while Diana may have been taken from him far too soon, her legacy lives on in the man Prince William has become and the king he is destined to be. Through the quiet actions of Prince William, the royal family has been able to preserve the essence of Diana's memory. These letters, though deeply personal, have now become part of the public narrative, offering us a rare glimpse into the real Diana, the loving, compassionate mother who shaped her children's lives with a fierce, unwavering devotion. As we read her words, we are reminded that love, family, and loyalty remain the most important aspects of any royal legacy.